Who's going to make the main event? It's a classic EU versus NA derby. Moist Space Station Gaming.
We've been missing the EU versus NA. They've all been knocking each other out, but it is time to get underway. Two teams in form at the end of the season. But who can get the dub here?
Oh, here we go. I'm loving this. There's just so many unknowns. The desk is flipped. I'm torn myself. I just feel like Space Station Gaming have that consistency, but we always talk about Moist Peak. When they are playing well, they're one of the best in the world.
Joyo could be one of the best players in the world on his good day. But that's the problem. It's not quite there every single time. I feel like Space Station have had that consistency. I've been really, really impressed with Arsenal at LAN. His comms, his forethought has been there, but it's not enough. Cash gets the first goal.
It's the cannon. He goes whack early here. Arsenal gets the 50 with Juicy. Hox is on the backboard. He dives across. Cash finds the opening. And Moist Esports, well, all the talk was about Space Station. How good did they look? They only just lost to G2. It's great form line, but Moist don't care, Yummy.
A lot of history between these two teams, but with completely different rosters. Arsenal fights right back.
I tell you what, I think we're going to have a series right here, right now, ladies and gents. What a play there. Getting to work was Hoxer. Stumpy said it himself. He's been Himsa so far this tournament. Arsenal gets to clean up the open net and an instant response from Space Station Gaming.
Not the best touch there from Joyo either. May just take some time to get into the series. Although both teams have not been giving any time, really. It's back and forth so far. See if we can get a minute without a goal.
As I said before, that Space Station form it's impeccable. They went to 7 against G2, who really did it with ease against Complexity. So you know what you're going to get with this Space Station lineup. They're going to put in that consistent, solid performance, and you have to be good to beat them.
Lots of proof here for Space Station too. After that Game 7 overtime, lost to G2. They're still reeling from that one. We looked at them against KCP yesterday. Didn't really celebrate that win. Took it very, very relaxed. Yeah, let's see if they're on form now.
A little bit flat, but whether that's just who they were playing or how they were approaching that match, I know. Had a little chat to J-Naps there. He was having a bit of food in the catering. And he's got Space Station in this one, but wants to see them get hype. Arsenal is that factor on this team. I know that obviously Hox has been performing phenomenally, but having that hype, that motivation from your teammate is elite. So we're looking for Arsenal to get up and about.
He might have been in the catering, but we're looking at a meal. And a succulent one, a juicy one. Moist gets that across to Joyo, the pass across as well. This is all Space Station's play right now.
They've dominated this pressure so far. LJ can't quite find the touch. There is Joyo. Very flat with how low I put him in the ratings. Let's see if he can prove himself. Here's his trouble. Trouble for Space Station because the cannon's got a brace.
Double trouble comes out. Joyo putting on the pressure. Juicy gets the first touch, and because LJ was trapped on that backboard, he wasn't able to get a good clear.
Just couldn't quite do it, and Space Station had that pressure for all the best part of a minute. Straight down the other end, it was Moist with brute force in the end, just willing that one through. Who else but the cannon when we talk about that physical play, that brute force? Here's Joyo again, one-on-one, flip reset, blocked out by LJ, great defense.
Every time Joyo's on the ball, you gotta look out, he's so threatening. Gets the first touch, fakes out the second. He did have Juicy in support, and it will be Juicy looking for round 2. Yet Hoxer, he has been a defensive masterclass for this event.
Yeah, he's had the best save of the wildcard so far. It was ridiculous earlier on, but he needs to show up here. Arsenal, that's a great card. He missed the boost though, didn't get it. He's gonna have to back out on that play. That's a crucial miss. Hoxer, great pass, LJ! Woo! Oh, the shooting's on point early.
The passing, the shooting, the bump plays from Space Station. You can see how willing they are to take a bit of a risk to push up. To take a pass over to that third man. If they failed that pass, would have cost them, and yet they're rewarded with the glory.
Centimetre perfect shot there from LJ. That's what you want to see. Game number 1 here of round 4. Both sides trying to get through, trying to get the best seed possible, or at least just make the main event all together. And group stage is all important right now. Staying alive, and here we go. Hoxer, no boost, finds Arsenal doing his thing, sitting downfield. That's what you want to see if you're Space Station Gaming. Cash on the back wall with boost, gets it to the side. Space Station still trying to force his attack, pushing forward. Great 50, but it's landed in Juicy's lap. He's up, he fakes it. Who's underneath? Joyo on target off the bar. The cannon for a hat-trick, but he just doesn't find the angle.
When has the cannon ever been off target? In an important series, the one to qualify you through to the group stage. Cannon shows his first little crack. We'll be back in the defense now for Moist Esports. Joyo getting another chance at it. Goes into center. Juicy over to the side, looking for the wall. Taking it slow. Opening up a little space for the teammates behind. It will be a clear awkward for Joyo, but he does manage.
Yeah, he didn't have much boost there, but he did well. Just got the touch he needed. Arsenal, he's off the backboard. What is happening here? The confidence from Space Station. Hoxer has to track back. Arsenal is flat out ball chasing, and it's awesome to see.
Yeah, love it. The confidence he has with Hoxer behind him. They've seen it all land. LJ and Arsenal get to push up. They get to make the magic, and then they get saved if it goes wrong by Hoxer.
This is the confidence you want to see from Arsenal. I love it, bringing that energy, fueling this Space Station gaming lineup. But who's going to break the deadlock? We got 30 seconds, challenge in midfield. To Space Station's defensive half here. Joyo's going off the roof. Great 50 down. Hoxer sends it forward. Great follow-up on net. Juicy, double commit. This is trouble. Arsenal keeping it in. LJ pushing. Side wall. Maybe one more. Juicy's in trouble. Hoxer, backboard. Moist. Oh, they've held on 10 seconds.
2-2 the decider, 7 seconds left, and still another chance for Space Station. Arsenal has LJ underneath. Juicy does anything he can to block it out. 0 seconds now, they gotta keep it up. Will the first game go to Space Station? No, it hits the ground.
Here we go, OT, nothing else here in this Titanic matchup. One of the best you could have got in a wildcard. Joyo off kickoff, throws it off to the cannon and wide again.
Oh.
Arsenal's there, goes for the solo. Is this the counter-attack? He's got a one-on-one. He's looking for the flick. It's wide. LJ wide. Hoxer wide.
It was so close. Space Station have every chance, and they've got another right now. Hit into center by Arsenal. He's doing so much work. Juicy panicking. Everybody on Moist Esports caught out of position until Cash can get that first touch. Slow it down a little bit. Massive bunk. Hoxer goes high. There's a shot. There's a goal!
Space Station Gaming, game one. It's theirs. What a play. What pressure. The offense. It was just too much in the end. And who else but LJ to slot that one away. Bottom right-hand corner. What a response. What a start.
Juicy on the backboard there. A true sign of what was happening in that overtime. Reversing, going back forward. He didn't know he was in all sorts. And of course, Space Station capitalized on every little inch you give them.
That was an explosive game one if I've ever seen it. I mean, the cannon, he started off so strong.
Game one of game 7.
He started off so strong there. The first 2 goals had the brace, but he had 2 other chances to win the game for his side. And he just lost it. He didn't have the bearings on point and couldn't quite find the angle. But look at Space Station, they were so clinical with their shooting, and that's what made the difference in the end.
Watching Space Station, you see them move in unison so much, especially when Arsenal's on the ball. Because what we've noticed when we're watching Arsenal, when we're listening to Arsenal, he's coming so much of what he is doing at every single play. He's telling seconds in advance that he's going to pop the ball. And it gives so much confidence to those 2 players behind to follow up on it.
I love it. I said it during the game. He's just ball chasing at the moment, but that's what they need from Space Station. You know, he's almost playing that Radosin role on Vitality, where it's a little bit chaotic. He's going to cut rotation every now and then, but it's exactly what Space Station needs. That offense was just too much in the end. Moist, they looked rattled when it did get down there, and they just ended up overwhelming them. However, credit to Space Station. When they had the opportunity, they still needed to put that shot right in the correct position, and they did it every single time.
Game number 2. Will Moist Esports fight back in kind in overtime in the first one, and it's set up for a juicy one again?
Yeah, he's on the ball right now. Here's Joyo. Opting for the dribble play. Hox is there. In the end, Moist just on defense early here. Space Station, this is where they love it. It's where it was in game number 1. It worked out for them. Arsenal throws that one forward. Cash gets the clear.
Oxford's going to be in trouble here. He has to get support from LJ and 2 members of Moist breathing down his neck. And Kami, Joyo gets the first goal.
Oh, that's disgusting. Have another look at this one if you're playing along at home. LJ, poor clear, Cash straight in the center. And there's Joyo. The placement, the shooting in this series from both sides has been impeccable.
Taking that left to right, the defender's always going to expect it to go in front of him, and so Joyo manages to place it behind with power. Space Station looking to fight back right off the kickoff, but will not get that chance.
Yeah, Joyo now just opting to play the slow play. We saw already defense early there. It worked out for Moist Esports. Hoxer off the roof's got no boost, but he has caused out a touch. Arsenal's found the top left as well. It's game one all over again.
And it's 2 goals in 50 seconds. Last time it only took 40, but it's not much of an improvement here. Moist Esports Space Station back and forth like 2 boxers sitting in the corner.
Oh, this has been a series so far, and it's a best of 7. We got so much more to go. Kickoff. Joyo's found a demo. Juice is in there. 1-on-1 with Hoxer, throws it on net. But his defense, G's been the MVP down that end of the field so far in this wildcard.
Speaking of MVPs, we haven't seen enough from LJ in this game yet. He could be that player that absolutely takes control. One of the best 3 players, I'd say, of North America during the spring split. Hasn't yet had that performance on the land.
They're playing with fire a little bit there, Space Station in net. Happy to let that ball linger for a little bit too long. Here's Cash in the midfield. Nice little double off the backboard. No boost for LJ. Huge miss for the demo from Arsenal. That's what you don't see on the stat sheet, but that saved a goal.
A lot of demos from Space Station. Boys always have to have eyes on the back of their head. Arsenal's faked out Joyo here, and this will create a space potentially for Hoxer to get on that counter-attack. Beats out 1. Juicy gets a 50. Arsenal goes clear and will be cleaned up by Joyo.
Yeah, they've done well here, boys. Cash leaving that boost. Let's see if LJ gets it. You betcha. They're going to take that one every day of the week. Here's Joyo. Pushing it forward. Great interception from Hoxer. Takes the second touch for LJ off the corner, but Juicy's there to read it. Both sides in midfield. Joyo's up. Joyo flip right.
Joyo! He's done it again. He's in front of the ball, he's underneath the ball, and he still gets the flip reset over Hoxer.
He's hanging downfield like a bad smell. Someone get him out of that Space Station offense. But he absolutely loves it down there. The confidence, the trust in his teammates to find him, and he did the rest. Here's Arsenal though, he's got a flip of his own. Joyo meets him, LJ looking for a double, gets the double. Juicy, great defense though, just pushes it to the side.
This may just be the response to all the bumps, the demos coming out from Space Station, is to get back into Space Station's half and threaten your own. Arsenal, he's got the room, but he hasn't got the goal. He hasn't found the angle, but he has found his support in Hoxer, and Arsenal back into it, looking for the center. He's missed the pass, and LJ will have to scramble back.
So low boost, that's great play from Cash. He recognised it, he looks for the bump. Joyo's third man has to back off. Arsenal trying to circle like a shark there, but Cash helps him out. Here's Hoxer, tries to go wide. Great 50 from Joyo. And Moist get out of trouble there. They're still pretty low on the boost. Not sure about this offense. Space Station want to push forward. They've got hundreds in the tank. Juicy has to push it back the same side. LJ tries to get the infield. No one there. Hoxer a little slow.
Joyo, he's been so impactful. First man on the ball. His goal is to take one member out from Space Station Gaming with every touch, and he's been doing that one beautifully. It's got to be up to Juicy and Cash to be able to follow him up quickly, but then looks like Space Station continually circling around. They can't find an angle. They're playing from so close in front of the net. The pass across, but Arsenal was playing that one for a short one.
Yeah, they could have scored there, but the positioning was just a little bit off. Couldn't find it on target. And now Cash, he's found some space of his own. Oh, Hoxer opting for the pinch, but it's meant that Cash is on the ball again. Here's LJ with boost. Great touch. He's found Joyo last man. He's 50'd it through. Brute force from Arsenal, you betcha.
Ooh.
There's Cash with the clear downfield. Hoxer's just going to have to keep it up in the air. LJ helps him out.
Arsenal's getting close to some of these bums. He's not going straight back. He's taking a line through the entire Moist defense on his way. LJ may have looked to get that across to Hoxer. Now it's his time to shine. Has Arsenal in the center. Arsenal with a shot, but Cash up to it again.
Great defense there from Cash, just blocking that mid pass. Didn't have to rotate back post. And here's Arsenal again. He's got no boost. He's happy to stay on the ball. Gets some 50s. Hoxer up in the air, opting for the low 50 approach. He's going to have to back out as well to Moist get an attack here. 30 seconds. They don't need a score. The ball is in Space Station's court, but it's in Moist side of the field right now. Juicy parries it down, but LJ's there, just has to find someone. The touch is awkward. Arsenal helping out, sending it there. 19 seconds, Yummy.
I like that touch from LJ just to get it back and find a bit of empty space on the pitch, but they have to get now their own chance on attack, and it's going to be Joyo using his space himself, and there we go, the clear from Arsenal. A counter-attack from CJ. It's over into the centre, and it's a goal! Hawks is on fire in Düsseldorf!
How do they keep doing it? 2 seconds left. LJ finding the pass, the one extra, and Hoxer just knew that telepathic connection. Space Station, stay alive.
I got a little excited and called LJ CJ there.
I couldn't do that.
But he's 10 times better than CJ could ever dream of being. They take him to overtime. And this Space Station gaming, LAN gaming, hits different.
LAN gaming indeed, and almost another chance. Just blocked out in the end. LJ, they want to finish it now. They've absolutely stolen this overtime. Trying to end it right at the start here. Juicy low boost.
Joyo is in trouble with the bumps coming into the net. Space Station, you can see, put everything, but it only takes one man. It's one Joyo, one goal, one crossbar.
Just couldn't get it. Here's Cash though, keeping it in. Juicy fires it to the center. Hawks is there and says, we just need to find a way out. Arsenal trying to help. They grab that mid boost. LJ, double commit. Hoxer, the solo plays coming through, the panic coming through from Space Station, but they work it down the end.
These overtimes, Moist in the past, that was their home, but that was with Rise. Is it going to be Arsenal's new story? Space Station story that they can take these overtimes. LJ pushing up. What confidence in his teammates. Not worried whatsoever.
Great positioning though from Joyo to block that one out, and Cash again forcing the issue. Arsenal awkward. Has to get an extra touch. The 50's coming through in the corner. Joyo goes for the early flick. Hoxer's there. Back corner boost for Space Station as well. That's a great touch from Arsenal and a great beat as well. But again, Joyo there releases Juicy down the side wing. There's the flick, the whiff from Arsenal, the top slot. Joyo calls game.
Joyo's got a hat-trick, build the man a statue. He's taken the overtime. He's taken them to one apiece.
We're tied up here, and would we want it any other way in this sort of a battle? Joyo, what a shot. What a comeback there. Space Station, they forced overtime, but they could not get the job done. In the end, Moist, they iced it out, and look at the hat-trick from that man. I said it. He was disappointed how low I put him in the rankings. Well, he's making a strong case for himself right now.
Two teams known for their LAN heroics, for their clutch heroics, but from a bygone era, from two different rosters. Only Arsenal and Joyo remains, but that ice factor still seems in his veins.
Yeah, looking at the Mobile 1 high performance replay now as LJ just the late heroics from Space Station, but in the end, just finding Juicy downfield. The flick was perfect off the side of the backboard there, and Arsenal just a little bit out of position, not quite reading just the power on that flick. Joyo does the rest, little ground pinch, beautiful shot. And that has been the story of this series so far, Yummy. Just beautiful placement, making the most of those opportunities when you get it.
Muted celebrations as well from Moist Esports. And imagine taking your first ever holiday to England,
weird fact, isn't it?
Sheffield, the rain capital of the world. What's he doing there, sitting inside for a week?
I'm just not sure why either he has sent that as his fun fact or someone's got that out of him. But it's an interesting.
I wonder how old he was.
Well, I'm sure that the UK audience will know a lot more.
He's a young buck right now, so.
Oh well, good luck on his holiday right now. Both teams don't want a holiday. They're on a business trip. They want to go all the way to the main event. Can they do it right here?
It's dicey if you lose this. You go into the 2-2 round, you verse an opponent just off a victory with all the momentum. You can see how much they're putting into it. A 1-1, 2 overtimes so far. And the longest time we've spent in a game without a goal in the first 20 seconds.
It seems ridiculous, but both game ones were very similar. It was Moist opening it up. Space Station with the equaliser straight away this time though. Nil apiece here. Can't break the deadlock early. 40 seconds through now. LJ goes for the solo play. Joyo on the backboard says thank you very much. I'll be taking that one down the other end, courtesy of Cash.
Hoxer in the backboard. That is his home, his defensive landmark for Space Station. He's got his flag planted back there. Of course, day one, he had the play of the day with his own save. Cash
He's gone for a bump. He's gone for a bump. He's
got
got the bump.
Just saved out once again by the defensive maestro.
It's always Hoxer, but Joyo's still got another beat. It's not over yet. That's another great touch from Hoxer. He has been enormous this series in the back half. But still, Space Station not out of trouble. The double commit's going to work. Arsenal just throwing up the decoy. It means can Hoxer do it down the other end? Forces a whiff from Cash. Shot on target. Juicy awkward. Moist Esports awkward. LJ here still has boost. Gets a beat out. Joyo just waiting, knowing he's got none. But LJ still finds a touch.
Great work staying behind that. Smart play coming out from Space Station. When they get in your half, their touches are brilliant. Their touches are on target. Cash gets across. Space Station another chance. Juicy in the corner. LJ pushes it up, but Hoxer goes back to his home.
It's a great 50 though from Juicy, but there's still a little bit of strife. Great clear. Joyo pushing downfield as well. He's trying to find a demo, trying to find one, but LJ using that space, using the dribble. We know the flicks that he can produce. Here's Cash, forcing the touch from Hoxer, but he beats one, he beats two. He's looking at beat three. Oh, it's on target. What a save, Juicy. Just keeping it out.
Still dicey. Moist Esports have spent the last minute and a half in the defensive end. They've done brilliantly to keep their boost up. Secured their own corner boost before Space Station can steal it and get the demo. Good 50. Yet it's not enough for Moist Esports to capitalize on. They will hang back. Cash grabs the boost at the back. It's on Joyo though. Can't beat Hoxer halfway through. Still a 0-all game.
Yeah, Joyo's the one for Moist that looks most dangerous on the ball. I know that Cash opened it up early in game one, but since then, Joyo has been that man. His solo plays, he's been on target, he's been worrying this Space Station game defense. Here's Cash off the sidewall, blocks out Hoxer. It's a good touch, but again, more midfield battle. Juicy's trying to find an infield. He opts for the hit downfield, low boost, finds a demo somehow with 0. Space Station still getting out of trouble. Oh, this could be bad. Hoxer's in trouble. No, again, a great touch. Opens it up for LJ.
So many balls that are getting popped up into the midfield. It becomes a straight race in the air, and Cash, first goal for Moist. A minute and 40 on the clock. It took a long time, but he finally scored.
Second time Arsenal has been caught out of position in net. We saw it last game in that overtime, and again, he rotated through front post, had to turn in the middle of the net, and just couldn't get anything on the pass or the shot. Couple of defensive mistakes there from Arsenal.
Really feels like he was expecting that clear to go further, to beat out Juicy in the midfield, but you got to remember, Juicy, the rookie, it doesn't matter. I feel like he's such a good land player, but he's up to the task, controlling that midfield alone.
Great 50 though, here he is, he's trying to bounce back, get one back for this Space Station gaming lineup. Joy gets a huge beat there. Hoxer meets Cash, Juicy finds one. Here he is, Arsenal back there with boost. Trying to find the pass around, he delays the flick, he gets a nice touch from Moist on the way through. Now Moist trying to defend Hoxer, that's a great touch. Bitter leaves Joyo open, Juicy there. Arsenal says, I'll have that one. Maybe one more for good measure. He's looking for bumps. He's trying to find something. Juicy, no boost, finds Joyo.
I love that Arsenal threatens to go for the touch. It looks like he goes for it. He fakes it out just so he can get that demo to build the room behind as he takes the member out. Didn't work out this time because he didn't get contact with the player. LJ looking for contact of his own, turns for the pass, but now the danger man, Joyo, has built some room for Cash. It's back into center. There's no one in net. Hoxer, what can he do? He's done brilliantly.
Oh, he had to be so careful there. Just had to make sure it wasn't coming off the post. It wasn't in, but here's Juicy, fires another one. LJ to the side. Space Station hanging on. They need a goal. Arsenal, do something. Do something indeed. He does. It's in the middle. Where's the follow-ups? Where's Hoxer? He's getting bumped.
All hands on deck for Space Station. Moist Esports about to steal all the booty. 5 seconds left. And they have one last chance. LJ with the demo. Arsenal, the back foot.
The big
Cash has missed, but saved by Moist.
Still up in the air though. Joyo trying to get it down. The MVP of the series. He's accidentally kept it up. This could be disaster. Arsenal blocked out by Cash. Ball will stay alive. Hoxer pushes it off the backboard. Here's LJ. He's taking it to the ceiling. What can he do? Joyo pre-jump. Ball has to hit the ground and does. Moist get the lead in the series.
This is a sweaty series. Every single game feels on the knife's edge, and this time Moist are the ones to tip it over, get that one goal. But I really felt like SSG had one in them at the end.
Very, very juicy series, isn't it?
I've said that twice.
Oh, is it? I was going.
It's really hard with
it's
player.
really,
The name's right
just
there.
keep looking at it there. He was the MVP for Moist that game as well. He got a few saves on the board, but SSG off the back of that one, not happy with how that went, have called a timeout.
I think Space Station need a few weapons, more weapons in their arsenal.
Yeah, they probably need to change that L to a C and LJ, and then they'll put me out there. What do you reckon?
I do know that Moist have been cashing in the money in the bank. They've got that one goal game lead now. A timeout, of course, will help Sad Jr., the coach, walking them through. I think he's done a brilliant job bringing in this team, bringing in SSG after they lose what everybody thought would be their carry or was their carry, Daniel. They bring in Hoxha. They completely turn it around. They become the #1 seed from NA in the final split of the season. But you got to give credit to everybody on their team to come together as a unit.
They've been phenomenal so far, and you talk about Sad Jr. when you have these close games, each game being one goal respectively from either side, separating these victories or losses. It comes down to that coach. What can he do? Those little 1%ers, those little things that you can change up about your game. We talked about Arsenal getting caught out of position a couple of times. That can be the difference. One goal, one nip, that can be the difference between a win and a loss.
There's two counter stats as well. Now that we have a little bit of time to reel it in, to get a breath, with the first overtime victory, Space Station are 7-1 in wildcard and overtime victories. Now 7-2. Because with Moist fighting back, Joyo is now the all-time leader for the overtime goals scored at LAN. 13. Beating out JNaps, who's been there since before the sun existed.
JNaps is a dinosaur, and Joyo's still a baby. So for him to do that just shows how clutch he is. We talk about Rise being that clutch player, that Game 7 player for Moist, but full credit to Joyo, still on this Moist Esports lineup, and he just loves finding those overtime winners. Here we go, coming off the timeout from Space Station. Game 4, can they tie it up?
Moist Esports would already start off in the attack. They want to be aggressive. They want to create these opportunities for both Cash and Joyo to make the plays, for Juicy to be able to follow up and score some of these. Space Station haven't spent too much time under pressure in the back half.
Yeah, Moist have really just opted to be clinical with their play, not worry too much about that pressure. Oh, this is a lovely pass to LJ. He's got the bump. He's got the bump.
You monster, Hoxha, you've gobbled up Moist Esports defense. The bounce dribble into the bump. You hate to see it. Juicy hates it even more.
He just keeps getting better and better. Hoxha, I think of him as a rookie. He's a veteran. He's been around the block before, but he is showing up, peaking right now in his professional career. This is what we love to see, Space Station Gaming.
This is the way that the series is going to go. It's going to be one for all time, and Juicy found the left side of the net. Cash has been doing beautifully. Joyo has been setting them up, and you can't trust that fake. You think that Joyo's going to hit the double every time.
Yeah, it was just too good of a fake and too good of a shot. In the end, we saw Arsenal in net, flat-footed, just couldn't get out to it because the shot was too powerful, but Space Station do win the kick-off, grab some boost as well. That's a great 50. Hoxha not quite ready. Double commit from Space Station, not what we want.
And unusual for them as well, because they're usually quite spread out. They usually trust the player in front, so it certainly has cost them an opportunity here.
The handoff, or maybe not! Cash went up and said, "You have it, son," and Joyo finds the net.
He's a one-man army. Cash can do whatever he wants. He even bumps Joyo, but it doesn't phase him whatsoever. Moist Esports up 2-1.
I love that play. It was the double fake. Joyo faking it for Cash, faking it back for Joyo. And it was a great shot in the end. Moist grabbed the lead again. What can Space Station do? Is it going to be Hoxha the hero? So many times so far this week. Needs to find one more.
We'll see. Moist have held on to the 1-goal lead in the last game. He's got a lot more time on it than that one was for Space Station Gaming. LJ trying to beat Joyo out to the ball as well, and he does manage to do just that. Joyo has Cash in support. Cash over 1, Cash over 2. Cash looks for the 50.
Don't quite get over 3 as Arsenal finds LJ. He's going to get to work sideball, not much boost to work with. Tries to get a flip reset. Arsenal there, fires it on net. Double commit from Moist. And Hox is there to meet him, but Cash again. It's been enormous so far for Moist. Keeps his deficit, or this lead to 1, I should say. LJ fires it on, but Moist, all 3 of them are back.
This is where the nerves for Space Station Gaming start to build. They know that they're behind and they know they can't afford to lose this game. Subconsciously, you might start getting desperate for a goal and you might start taking shots that go wide. Unfortunately, the opportunity goes begging.
Yeah, just trying to bite off too much there. You're almost looking for the too perfect of a shot.
Oh,
now
no.
This from LJ. This is falling apart. Great demo, though. Finds Hox at downfield sidewall. Juicy's up. Meets him in the air. Knew what was happening. One step ahead of this Space Station offense. He releases Cash. He buys time. He knows he's got a little bit to work with, but the first touch wasn't great.
Feels like they're putting together the puzzle pieces and then at the last moment, throwing it on the ground. Space Station Gaming.
Well, hang on.
They once again have LJ in position. They once again have a double. Joyo is this time able to get to it.
Unreal, but that's an unreal shot from Arsenal out of nowhere.
He will not sit down, this young lad. Arsenal leads from the front.
Look at the power he got. Didn't even use a flip either. Just that Fennec hitbox that we love, Yummy.
He's managed to get the power. Joyo can save 1, but it doesn't stop the Space Station army following behind. Like a group of zombies, they are constantly attacking you, hoarding you, looking for that net.
Yeah, the bumps are coming through as well. There it is. Cash now. He wants to lead again. He's got it over Hoxer. LJ on the backboard should be able to put this one to the side. Joyo keeping it in. The first touch wasn't great. Arsenal finds the dunk. LJ finds the touch. It's up high. He's trying to get 1 more. He's trying to find Hoxer, who's waiting in the wings. Beats around 1. Maybe 2 gone now. It's a little double commit. They're awkward now, Moist. Joyo has to do his thing. By do his thing, it's a flip reset in his own half. That's a great pass over. But LJ just says, we'll just wait a little bit. He's opting for the patient approach. They don't need a goal right now. They just need to find that best opportunity to strike.
Bit of a breakaway, but too far away from Joyo. Joyo, when he does his thing, it hits different. He's able to take players out of nowhere. Juicy this time wins the race against Hoxer. Space Station scrambling now. Have got enough boost to defend this, but do they have the position over Joyo? It's back into center, and they will back off. Hoxer looking for the pass upfield for the counter-attack.
Yeah, it's sent downfield though. Arsenal left last man. Let's get a great touch. Oh, that's a huge pinch as well. Joyo has to track back. Oh, it's one of those ones that almost looks like it's just going to go straight in. And not quite to be. Juicy grabs the 100. Arsenal meets him. We're starting to see Arsenal step up the pace again, step up that aggression. That's when Space Station are at their best.
Getting more and more dangerously close to this overtime. Juicy with a back flip scramble. 14 seconds now, Space Station circling, but Cash has beaten 1. There's bumps in the backfield. Cash underneath, he's faked it, but he's gone wide.
There was the chance again for the cannon, but he couldn't do it. What can Joyo do? Blocked out by LJ. Ball hits the deck. Feels like we've had about 1,800 overtimes in this series.
There's another one, Arsenal, the shot on, Juicy up to the task. Juicy will fight back, the rookie here for his first World Championship, picked up for the 3rd split by Moist Esports, and already gets them to that spring major. 20 seconds in, it's been a back and forth.
Hoxer on the backboard, his positioning's been flawless. Cash has a flip reset, but LJ has found him. This is awkward for Moist. They're going to have to track back. It's Joyo. And he's going to get 1 more as well, but Arsenal is there, meets him in the corner. This is where Moist get a little bit awkward here. LJ gets 1. Juicy there, ready for it. No one for the follow-up. That's not a great touch from Hoxer. Joyo's got it, but LJ meets him.
Some of these touches from Space Station have been a little poor, but that's mainly because they've been low on boost by the time it gets there. Have been circling for this attack. They are looking close. Joyo chasing demos again.
Yeah, Arsenal was so awkward there, but Space Station were able to help out in midfield. There's another shot, maybe an opening. Can Joyo find it? Juicy's up. Tries to drop it down. Joyo circling. Cash has to track back. LJ meets them. Space Station want to be straight out of here. They want to be on the attack.
Joyo tries to get it to Cash. There's a confusion between the both of them, but they don't mind. It means that Cash does get to slow it down. Joyo doing whatever he can, but it is Hoxer who's taken the intercept and doesn't get the goal, but has a good chance.
Didn't have too much boost there. LJ does though, but can't get that to work. Cash is giving him the ball backstairs. Have another one. Have a flip reset. Have a fake underneath. Juicy so awkward, but with enough boost to get out of trouble.
LJ, you scary. Running rings around the opposition when it has that chance. Juicy has to desperately touch that away, and they will be thankful for the fact that it goes the other end, but Hoxer immediately gets the touch. Joyo with the flip reset, looking for another, looks for the bum. LJ avoids it.
Hoxer downfield though, it's a counter-attack for Space Station. Cash there, poor clear, Arsenal keeps it in. Joyo cuts, this could be a great passing play. Fires it across, but too much power and Arsenal pulls out.
I didn't think he wanted to hit that ball so high. It was the right angle, but it was too upwards for the defender, or for the attacker to get to it.
Oh, that's a poor touch from Joyo. There's a follow-up, it's not big, but it's wide.
When does Arsenal miss those? He's hit multiple overtime winners so far, but this time it doesn't ring true. 2.5 minutes into this overtime. Space Station caught off guard.
Yeah, Juicy fires the ball to Cash, however. He's going to just try and let this one breathe a little bit, take the space when he gets it. Joyo didn't grab the call. Juicy, should I say, didn't grab that corner boost. Still has enough in the tank. Great speed from Joyo. Cash waiting back, both members of Moist, just letting Joyo cook at the moment. In the center now, LJ finding Hoxer. They're linking up so well here, Space Station, but the speed from Moist is nullifying that pass play.
Joyo going for round number 2. Gosh, he looks threatening whenever he has a touch. He's going for so many flip resets. Another one from Cash. He almost fakes, but 2 players from Space Station covering different options. Good teamwork coming out in the defense.
Still looking awkward here. Arsenal 0 boost. Hoxer has to go, and has to go big time. Needs to do everything right now. Arsenal 7 boost helps out, but it's not helping so far. LJ, solo, big flip reset. Joyo's there, he's been bumped, but Cash helps out under the net.
The quickest recovery we will ever see. Cash bringing it back into the balance. Moist Esports, wow, Joyo. He slowed that one down and still gets red.
Fox is that player you're looking for. That's a huge whiff from Juicy, no boost. Space Station could set up here. Cash throws himself at it. More 50s off the sidewall. Drop down. Can't find LJ on that backboard. But more pressure coming through Space Station. Great pass across. Cash just gets the save. Desperation from both sides. LJ still keeping it in. Juicy still no boost here. Space Station just tightening the clamps. LJ off the ceiling. Shot off, but again Cash.
The chaos is rising, everybody. Jiving left, right, and centre. Moist.
Great fake! It's a great fake!
Arsenal stakes it into the top again. Another overtime victory.
Somehow, some way, he's found everything. He's beaten all 3. Arsenal ties it up out of nowhere.
Arsenal has pulled his team from the depths, from the chasm of despair. Not just in recent times, not just in this land, but throughout his history as a gamer. You look back some of the biggest reverse sweeps he's done on land. Some of the moments where he's been the experienced player, helping Daniel through his first chance, now helping Hoxer through his first chance. And it's only fitting that he's here scoring these overtime goals.
MVP performance from Arsenal as well. 2 sausage rolls from 7 shots. The pressure was elite. 2 saves to boot as well. And really stepping up when we needed him. When Space Station needed him. I don't know why I think I'm on the team. But what a play there. What a 1v3. Just faking everyone out. Sometimes just doing nothing is the best option. And as soon as he beat one, had the flip, he didn't even need to use it.
And you know what? Cash did that at the other end. He gets the flip reset. He looks to fake it underneath. But 2 players from SSG are covering different options. One covering high, one covering for the fake. You see Arsenal do the same. Moist Esports, they have players flying everywhere, thinking it's immediately going to come, covering the same option, and that's how Arsenal gets through.
I said it before, Hoxer, he is having just a sensational season and a phenomenal wildcard stage so far at this World Championships. He's been a pro for 4 years.
He's sweating his face off, and rightfully so.
Rightfully so. This has just been an an explosive series right from game one, right from the first 10 seconds. And we have a tie ball game again. Who's going to take the last two? That's a great redirect. LJ finds it. Cash goes to the follow-up. LJ again! Oh, you just got to be joking.
The double save from LJ. He's going to do it for Space Station. All three now stepping up. And it's going to be something special for Moist to be able to break that defense.
Just couldn't get it through that wall as Arsenal's been bumped. It's actually helped this offense here because Hoxie can keep this ball in. Opts to save boost, Joyo low, Joyo flip reset and dunk. Pretty much sums him up, Yummy. Even when he's got nothing to work with, he finds something.
On the same note, I'll always trust Hoxter in the backfield, and he's done more than good. He's done great. Arsenal over to LJ, shot on target. Cash dives across and actually gets it to Juicy at the same time. But Arsenal constantly challenging, constantly keeping them on their toes. LJ cutting them off, cutting the foot, and Space Station can't quite find it through.
Oh, they're creating phenomenal opportunities, however, and here's Arsenal again. He's found bumps, he's found one, found two, found three. LJ throws it forward, grabs that corner boost. Space Station keeping this offense. Demo's going to help out Moist, however, but look at Hoxer still being that nuisance. It's given an opening for Juicy, but LJ's just said, no thanks, we're back on attack.
There's trouble here for Moist Esports. Space Station confidently 50 and confidently challenging that midfield line. Cash will have to receive this and get a good touch. He's used the roof well. Fakes underneath, but no boost to get the final flick.
Oh, I like that from LJ. The confidence to just go for that control in front of his own net. It's a great touch from Joyo. Oh, Juicy, that's found. Joyo back to Juicy. The side again, just opting for the boost. I like the long plays here. They're not trying to score straight away. They're trying to starve the opponents of resources. Keep them on zero boost. Attack later. Here's Arsenal just going for the speed approach. Cash awkward. Another great save. Hoxer keeps it in. More touches over to LJ. Double commit. Moist. Cash is downfield. How did he get there? He's going for the dunk but can't quite find it. Arsenal back.
Now that's confidence in your teammates to run up forward while a Space Station are looking for shots at your own net. Moist Esports working well as a team, and Cash got this one to Joyo. Joyo looking for a flip, gets the shot. LJ again, that's number 3.
How does he do it time and time again? And off the backboard, he wants blood. Down the other end, flip reset 50'd. Cash, it's the Cash LJ show at either end of the defense.
Ooh, missed there from Hoxstar, but it fakes out Moist. It actually draws them in a little bit further. That drawing in Joyo is always dangerous. Always looking threatening. Juicy, he's got a fake of his own just to make sure it goes to the right-hand side. But Hoxstar was wary to his wily ways.
Oh, both sides are so on right now. The speed is electric. It's out of this world as Arsenal now. He's got to try and find that touch, but Hox's demo, there's no infield. It's just wide open, but it's off the backboard. And what a read from LJ, if you don't mind.
LJ has been a defensive mastermind of his own. He's learning from Hoxstar now. Space Station Gaming have had 5-6 shots against them, and it's still a big old donut.
They should have scored that open net though, Moist. It should be 1-0. I'll be thinking about that one, have to remove it, erase it from their memories pretty quick here as Hox has cut rotation. Found the corner. LJ again. Arsenal hasn't read that one. That's a drive-by. Hox is straight on it. Both sides so locked in. The synergy. Cash is awkward, but he still finds a way out. Joyo, that's a great dunk. LJ, what have you got this time? You've made 4 great saves. Joyo says, get off the pitch. That's all we can do to stop you.
Be cleared down. Arsenal again. When the time goes to that 1 minute, that's when we're looking at Arsenal maybe to real seek a nail in. Will be cleared. Cash, supported by Juicy. This is a worry, it's a big dunk. LJ will get a touch. Can he get the follow? No, he fakes it out for Arsenal, who passes it back to LJ, who fakes it again. The double fake from LJ.
There's fakes everywhere. Arsenal, maybe one more, maybe 2 more. Here's the shot! Arsenal is running rings around this Moist Esports lineup.
Hox has sunk one in. He's got the advantage. 40 seconds left. And you talk about defensive efforts. A 1-goal lead for Space Station feels unsurmountable.
Oh, they've got to do it though. Can they? Because Moist have won the kickoff. Hoxter clears. This team is so locked in now, Space Station. That's a great pass to Joyo, but it's too far. Joyo just couldn't quite reach it. Gets the 50. Moist throwing everything right now. That's a massive, massive miss from Juicy. Space Station will take game number 5.
The bell tolls for Moist Esports. 2 goals and they're seeing themselves 2 match points. Space Station, the North American heroes on a march.
2-1 down, about to be 3-2 up in this series. Unless something crazy can happen right here off the kickoff. What do Moist have? Go the conventional. Probably not the approach because Hoxer wants one more. He wants 3-0. Here's Juicy now. Met in the air. Arsenal throws it up. Cash is so awkward. What a touch though. It's too little, too late here, or is it? They're trying to force it in, maybe. Oh, what defense again. LJ, this has been a game to remember. A defensive masterclass. And Arsenal, well, he's pulled out all his bag of tricks here in game 5.
LJ's first Worlds here. Hoxer's second after RLCS season 8. All those years ago. And you would not believe it, the way they've played these last 2 games. You'd think they've been here time and time again. You'd think that LJ, with the nerves of steel, 4 good defensive plays, 3 massive saves, and he looks as happy as Larry.
Timeout Moist here as again we check out that Mobile 1 high performance replay, and it's just been high performance in the defense from LJ. I mean, come on. He is absolutely he's a step ahead of everyone right now, and the mechanics are so on point. We've looked at Hoxer, but LJ, that was one to remember. Look at that. He didn't need to get a goal or an assist, but still gets the MVP. 6 saves. I haven't seen anything like it. That was just something to remember.
Moist Esports. It all of a sudden feels like what they were doing at the beginning of the series to be successful. Their individual plays, their attempts to take the ball high, get a flip reset, beat out one player. It's not working. It's become too predictable. Where's the change-up? Where's that passing play? Where's their own demos, which have shown by Space Station they can be that successful on? Where's a good counter-attack? Every time they're in the defense and they get a bit of possession, they're not quickly back to the other end. Or they're hitting the backboard where they have an open net.
We said after that Space Station timeout, they were 2-1 down. And in these close games, these 1-goal games, Yummy, it's all about the 1%ers. What could Sad Junior do? Well, boy, they responded big time, didn't they? Now they are 3-2 up on match point. Let's see what Noah can do down the other end on Moist Esports. Can they find something, just that little bit extra, to turn this momentum around? Because right now, Space Station, they're so locked in. Their touches are immaculate. Their defense is world class. It's going to take something special to beat them.
Moist are going to have to dig deep. The player I'm looking at on Moist Esports is Cash. When the going gets tough, the tough get going, but Cash gets going on a trip home at the Spring Major. Is he going to get going? Will he find that form that we've seen? Cash, the cannon, at his very top. Will they bring it to a champion's field?
You want to go right here, right now. You want to advance to the main event. The best seeding possible. Round 5, who knows what's going to happen? Can Space Station do it? They're 1 game away from making that main event, joining their G2 brothers who they took to 7 earlier on in the wildcard.
Oh no, that's not how you want to start. LJ again!
LJ! It's dreamy right now for Space Station. Double whiff for Moist. They're feeling it. They're under the pump. And they can't respond right now.
When you hop into bed and you get those lovely duvet covers over the top, you can only dream of a performance like this. LJ showing why he is on top, why NA could be back on top.
I had my doubts about Space Station, thought they're a mess sort of team. Boy, am I wrong, they're an excitement machine right now. Here's Arsenal off the side ball. Says Hoxer, get out of the way. I want another one. Cash clears it. But they're not out of trouble yet because they're backing up and they're preparing. They're reloading to go again.
Even Arsenal, a player we always just jabber on about being the captain, the leader, the solid as a rock player. He's looking mechanical too. Moist Esports have just taken multiple shots, but what have they done?
Oh, not again, as he found a great save. Follow up. Hoxer says 2-0. Hoxer's got 1 foot in the main event.
It's a wild Space Station of the steamroller. Moist completely flattened.
Joyo did everything he could. But sometimes everything just isn't enough, and when you've got the offense like this Space Station Gaming lineup, boy, I don't know if anything can stop him.
It's going to be Joyo. We know he's consistent with his setup plays. Arsenal with the bump. LJ reset there, and the bell tolls for Space Station.
He's dancing around him right now, and he might be dancing to the group stage. What a shot, controlled the touch. Arsenal, just for good measure, clearing the road, creating the space. And with a 3-0 lead, I know there's a lot of time left, but I don't think anything's stopping this Space Station Gaming team.
They've dug the grave, and all they need to do is push Moist in with maybe one more goal. It has only been in a minute and a half, but the biggest lead of this series so far.
This could be a massive day for North American Rocket League. Backs against the wall after that spring major. What a response. Space Station would have been disappointed with that major as well as the North American #1 seed. Didn't quite live up to expectations, but they're doing so right here. That's a great pass, however, down the other end. Joyo can't quite get it. It's Arsenal this time. Every player on Space Station just elevating every single series. This Juicy trying to keep the pressure on.
Hoxstar is just going to hold on to it, and Space Station, priority #1 is coming, and Ned Hoxstar again.
Oh, there's just no way they can keep on doing this. There he is. He's got no boost. He's not worried about it. He's just getting a hand up, putting something in the way. Inspirational Hoxstar, LJ Arsenal. Here's Cash though. He's off the sidewall double. It's the whiff. It's the open net. And there's a chance.
You give a little bit of space to Cash. Off the roof, gets the double, threatens the triple. LJ didn't know which one to save.
2 minutes 37 on the clock. 2-goal deficit. Can we see Championsfield? Can Moist find something? They found one, Yummy, but they need 2 more.
Wouldn't be the biggest goal
Or maybe one here.
comeback in history, but it would be the biggest comeback history given the stakes here of the World Championship, of the group stage on the line. Moist Esports starting to find their groove. Is it going to be enough with only 2 minutes remaining and Space Station defending the way they are?
We have to see how defensive does. This wide open again. This has to be a goal right now. What a save! Arsenal somehow just comes up from underneath and just gets a fingernail on it.
And Hoxstar recovers from the bump. It's only a little tip of the finger. Juicy now using the backboard. Confusion between LJ and Arsenal could create a gap, but not enough of a gap. Hoxstar clears it.
1 minute 45 now. Moist have to go. If you're going to do it, find something right here. They don't want to be coming back a little later on with no lives left. Here's Hoxstar now. Not much boost. 50'd out by Joyo. Infield pass. No one there. Arsenal, they're in conservation mode now, Space Station. They know what's at stake. They know they don't need to score. But Moist, it couldn't be any different for them.
Another touch towards the net, and yet Space Station happy to see them towards their goal. A minute now. Moist Esports throwing the kitchen sink, but they need to get the dishwasher, the fridge added too. Will it go in? Oh!
Not again. LJ just gets a hand on everything. Joyo again. They're just trying to find a way through. They're willing it, but it's Hoxstar. It's Hoxstar for the solo. It's Hoxstar for the flip reset. It's Hoxstar almost getting the bump. Couldn't quite find a counter-attack. Moist, they can't get it to work either.
Space Station, get that one touch, and the bump on Cash will slow the attack from Moist Esports. 40 seconds. Space Station about to make history. Space Station going towards that group stage, putting NA on top.
They can only lose to other North American teams, apparently. 30 seconds left. Juicy, 16 boost. Fakes out Hoxstar, who just blows. Cash takes it off him. LJ with 100, and have a look at the professionalism of the Space Station Gaming lineup. They're just killing time everywhere, Yummy.
You'd think they're playing in their beds right now. They're so comfortable. 10 seconds left. Space Station have done the miracle run. They look down after game 2. Space Station overtime victories. And with it, they go through to the group stage.
They're through to groups, they're through to main event, and they'll be playing in front of a few thousand people, or maybe 10's at the door. Space Station Gaming, what a response off that timeout. Sad Junior, pat yourself on the back. LJ Hoxha and Arsenal. I can't pick someone out because all of them had their moments, all of them had their time in the sun. A team MVP effort.
I will say, you know, LJ, the end of the series, last 2 games, phenomenal. Arsenal in those overtimes, phenomenal. Hoxha in the defense early on, kept them in their game all the way to the very end. And you know what? I think it's a 9,000 IQ, constantly figuring out what Moist were going to do. And in the end, it felt like they shut them down.
I don't think Moist can be too upset about that either, though. They played a great series in their own right. There were 1-goal games everywhere, almost forcing Game 7. I think this Space Station gaming lineup right now, it's a different beast. I haven't seen these guys play like this ever right now, to be honest. Even when they were the #1 seed, they couldn't win a regional at home.
You can't clutch everything unless you're that man there, Arsenal. He has been so clutch, scoring these overtime goals. Can't believe it. He's back through there again. He wants to get revenge, not just for the spring major, but for last year's Worlds, for all the times that people have doubted him, that have said that he's been carried by Daniel. He's making a statement.
I mean, they just keep stepping up time and time again, and they are so locked in as a team, the most cohesive unit I've nearly seen behind maybe G2 in the wildcard, and look how good they're going right now. 3-0 through #1 seed.
They only lost by 1 goal to them. It could be completely different the next time.
They're going to be going a mile in the main event, but here it is. We've got an interview with none other than Hoxha.
Hoxha, fantastic defense from you. Incredible performance throughout that series as well. I have a confession to make. I was a little bit nosy during that timeout that we had from Moist, and I overheard your coach kind of bestowing some wisdom upon you, trying to have a pretty good read of how they're going to continue to play. Can you tell me what he said?
I think he said something along the lines of they're just going to try to be faster. So for us, we're just going to let them do that. We're not really afraid of teams that are fast. That's sort of the matchup that we like. We like to let them come to us, and we just counterattack off that. So Sad let us know, and we're good.
Well, you're now one of 3 NA teams making it through to the group stages now. I'm putting you on the spot. G2, Complexity, and you guys. Who is the better NA team?
It's us.
It is you guys. Is that despite the fact that G2 had beaten you guys?
Never happened.
Are you sure about that? Do you feel like...
Advantage in the bracket. I think we're all right without him, so...
All right, so do you think the element of playing in front of a crowd, having an audience there, do you reckon that's going to hype you guys up even more? Because I heard you getting pretty loud, pretty rowdy.
Well, we have Arsenal, so you already know he likes the crowd. He likes the, theatrics of everything. So I think we're going to benefit a lot, especially I haven't played in front of a crowd in 4 years now, so I'm excited just to give it a shot and see how it goes.
Nerves creeping in at all for you?
Not since the spring major. I'm past the nerves part, so I think we're good to go, yeah.
A professional in his own right. Okay, so how are you guys going to round out your day off tomorrow? What's the plan?
We're probably going to scoot around the city, to be honest. That's sort of our late night routine, but... Yeah.
I'm hearing the applause from the boys back at the desk, scooting and cheering you guys on as well. Thank you so much for joining me, and congrats.